welcome back to my channel. This is Becky, and I'm going to continue to tell you a little bit more about some archangels. So today we're going to talk about Ruby Ray. That is the Archangel Uriel. The color is ruby red. The focus is spiritual devotion through selfless service to others. And the chakra for this particular archangel is the root chakra. This is the element of earth, balance expressed as grounded, stable, and reliable. Ruby ray is the sixth ray of the spiritual light and the first ray of the visible rainbow spectrum. It influences the root chakra on the physical level, which is our third dimension, and is transmuting or transforming ray of the solar plexus chakra, which is in the fourth dimension. The ruby ray is perceived as deep red, moving through to deep purple with flecks of gold, just like the best quality fine ruby crystals. Uriel's name means fire of God or light of God. One of the most powerful archangels, Uriel is the angel of the presence and is able to reflect the unimaginable light that is God. He is associated with electricity, lightning, thunder, and sudden action, and is often depicted holding a scroll which contains information on your life path or carrying a staff. The light of God, transmitted by Uriel, gives us illumination. This illumination is vital for those who feel they have lost their way. So the ruby ray should be used whenever we feel lost, abandoned, fearful, forsaken, rejected, suicidal, or dissipated. Now, what's been interesting though is that Archangel Uriel has been wanting me to talk about him, and I didn't quite realize it because I'm still learning them and how they show up in the 3D world for me. So the town that I've been in, I feel very isolated, very alone, very stuck, and so he wanted to make his presence known, and I would say probably at least 6 times, 6 different occasions, 6 different days I have had where, remember, he's in charge of electricity, so I have had where I've been crossing the street and a car will be stopped either at a stoplight or a stop sign. And I notice that when I walk in front of that car and there's no other vehicles, there's no other people around, that my energetic field, whatever it is emanating and whatever it's being amplified right now in this time, obviously because of Archangel Uriel, that the cars end up dying and the person has to restart their car once I finish walking past them. At first I was like disregarding it. I'm like, that's a coincidence maybe. But no, I have now, it's happened so many times that I chuckle now, because I'll be like, all right, Archangel Uriel, I know that you're with me. Thank you for guiding me and keeping me comforted in this season of transition and change while I'm waiting to move from this particular area. I really do appreciate that the angels are letting me know that they are here with me and that I am never alone. All right, and the Ascended Masters are always with me. So let's check for the Keepers of the Light, and let's see which Ascended Master wants to give us a message today. Oh, I was also going to let you know is I happened to go into the bookstore because it's one of my favorite places to go, and I came across this, so I went ahead and picked it up. It is the Carl Jung Psychology Test. So if you're interested in learning a little bit more about your psychology, you can reach out at homans.consulting@gmail.com, and we can do the test together, and I can give you a little more insight about yourself that you can then know thyself a little bit better. All right, let's see. All right, who pops out? We got 2 coming out. First we have Lord Shiva, which is transcendence. Rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. Which I'm getting more and more confident every day that that's exactly what I'm doing. It's a beautiful dance with the universe. am going from being afraid of the unknown to being excited about the unknown. And then we have faith, humanity, and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. And I'm reminding myself that even the people who have done harm to me in the past have probably learned their lessons. I've given forgiveness. Hopefully they can give me grace and forgiveness for my responses to the situations that we've had, and that there's a chance that they can always come back in and we can amends, whatever rift is between us, so then that way there can be peace on both ends. And we never know what's going to happen, and I always like to leave things shaking hands and dusting off the dirt, and leaving each day's troubles behind and starting each day as a brand new day. Here is our work the light message. And let's see what the energy and the spirits have to tell us about working our light. I feel the heaviness of the collective around me often, which is why I know that I need to also be going to different locations to help transmute the energies in different places. So let's see what we got. It says, leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. That's what I've been trying to do with building this business, is, like I've said in another video, just taking one step at a time, one day at a time. Different people come in each day that I wouldn't have never expected, and then I get little messages through conversations that I have with them, and I'm like, okay, all right, I get this. Let's do the healing waters, because all of us are at different levels of healing. Some of us are ahead of the game just because God needs us in position to be able to help those that are not as further along in their healing. And so I feel very honored and grateful that God, the universe, and the angels use this vessel to be able to provide a stable, energetic field and a powerful force for healing where it's needed. So healing waters we have. Let me go with this one sticking out. Ooh, it says Atlantis. Keep the big vision. Stay in alignment as you grow. And I do know that my spirit and soul is ancient and from the Lemurian times. So it's funny that I get the Atlantis card because it is a spirit of peace and harmony and artistic expression. And in the age of Aquarius, that's hopefully what the whole planetary grid system is going to be elevating to. So we have messages from the Spirit Nature Oracle. And when I was at yoga this morning, what was interesting was at the end, when we were in Savasana, he played a little meditation from a medicine man. And it was called The Deer Spirit. And essentially what the message was is that the deer, they have learned, instead of going against the grain, instead of trying to go through obstacles and fight against nature, they look for the openings, they look for the clearings, and they walk softly and quietly through the openings that are already naturally there, and then that way they can be more undetected and they can move more silently and carefully through the wilderness. And that sometimes people are fighting against the nature, fighting against change, fighting against the grain, swimming upstream instead of flowing with the current. And sometimes we need to take a moment to think about how the deer move and let that inspire us to maybe change, instead of fighting the obstacle, going around it. And another side little note was I happened to yesterday see two little fawn that were crossing the street. So it's all in synchronicities. It's all letting me know that I am right where I need to be, learning what I'm supposed to be learning, and to not give up on the big picture of what the angels and God and the universe have in store for me. All right, this one says Rose Love, card 33. So let's see a little deeper about this message. It says, archaeologists have discovered rose fossils dating back 35 million years, making them one of the oldest known flowers. Roses are found mainly in the temperate zones of the northern hemisphere, but they have made their way into some areas of the southern hemisphere as well. With over 150 species and 10,000s of hybrids that have been cultivated, they are one of the most popular flowers. And I actually have one of my very first tattoo my mom had taken me to get when I turned 18, and it is a red heart, and it had a yellow rose. Now, I'm a lot older, and so those colors have faded, but the red heart stands for love, and then the yellow rose stands for friendship. So to me, those are two most important things in life, is friendship and love. Okay, rose appear in accounts from all of the world's major religions, symbolizing miraculous and eternal love. Many people have reported the smell of roses when communicating with angels. In Greek mythology, Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty, named the rose in honor of her son Eros by rearranging just one letter in his name. Some traditions associate each rose color with a different meaning. Like I said, yellow represents friendship. But one of the strongest associations with this plant is love at its purest and most sacred. Not only the physical presence of a rose, but also the spirit of rose can soften the heart to let love in and open a portal to let love out. One of the paths that I am on is the Rose Temple path, which is the path that Mary Magdalene had walked when she was alive. So it's kind of interesting that we get the rose again. Lots of synchronicities going on. Here's our message. Pause for a few moments. Close your eyes and imagine you're holding a fragrant rose. Notice the color of the rose that appeared to you. You can always later discover the symbolism of the color of that rose. Just now when I was reading that to you, I got the image of a white rose. And so I think that the angels and Mary are letting me know of the purity of my heart and my intentions and the love that I want to emanate through these videos to those that need it. Inhale slowly, and you can smell the gentle yet powerful fragrance of the rose. Let it be carried throughout your body. As you do, notice any sensations, particularly in your heart area. As you exhale, send the breath out to the world with love. Repeat a few times. Thank the rose and rose spirit for its sweet and compassionate gift to the world as a reminder of the utmost importance of giving and receiving love. It's critical at this time to generously express your love through words and action, to give it away as much and in as many ways as possible with no agenda or expectations attached. Do not shy away from doing so, and be aware of how it returns to you in many different ways from a variety of sources, human, animal, and plant. When you experience love coming your way, simply receive and accept it with gratitude. Whenever needed, picture a rose as a reminder of the sacredness, purity, and the power of love. Ooh, I just got the download song, and that's the power of love. Okay, we have the Crystal Alchemy Oracle. So let's get a message from the crystals. I believe that song was Huey Lewis and the News, which for my 40th birthday, my sister took me to Vegas, and I got to go with my aunt and my mom, and we all went to see Huey Lewis perform. And then I wanted to say that I can't remember if I won it or my aunt won it. All I know is I think I might have been sitting in a seat or had a ticket or something, and they said, oh, you get to go backstage and meet Huey Lewis, and my aunt's a fan, so she ended up going back and getting to actually take pictures with him and meet him and have the VIP session. All right, so this card is card number 1. It says Clear Quartz. It is your soul star chakra, and it wants us to heal, cleanse, and rejuvenate. I know that's something that I've been trying to do now. One of my tasks is learning how to play more and not take life so seriously, but it is difficult sometimes because when I'm playful and I'm talkative, people seem to mistake that, and so then I have to end up defending myself, and so a lot of times I just kind of keep to myself and not really interact very much. So finding ways to play more. All right, let's get another message here from the Human Spirit Oracle, helping us to reconnect with the Great Spirit that resides in each one of us. Let's see what message that we as a collective get to hear from Spirit. One more shot. Okay. This one is Broken Open. We have Broken Open, and it is card 12. So let me read a little bit about being broken open. It says, you must have some cracks in to let the light shine through. Have you been through something that tore you into pieces, that broke you down to nothing? When we break, it makes space for growth. Like a dense forest, there can be no sun for new growth. But when one tree falls or breaks, it allows the warming sun to penetrate the canopy and feed the roots. You've been through enough. It is time to feed your roots and step into the sun. Remember that sometimes you must tear something down to rebuild a better home. The same is true for us. If we have been through life-shattering events, do not get stuck in the ruins of what was. Instead, build a fabulous new dwelling. Never underestimate the curb appeal of a renovated home. And as I'm transitioning and going to be moving, I just wanted to prepare you for the fact that I'm probably not going to be posting as much and online as much. God's been sending me messages that I really do need to write my autobiography. I started it a while ago and just kind of set it aside and haven't touched it, and so I really do need to devote more time to that. I still will be taking clients, so go ahead and reach out and I can try to fit you in my schedule. But I did get a synchronicity that reminded me that I need to be writing, and that was I had gone to one of the little donation book boxes and came across this one. Was called Judy Blume, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. And what's interesting is when I was in 4th grade, I wanted to be a writer, and I actually got to meet Judy Blume because I won like this writing contest. And so again, the synchronicities are letting me know I need to pull back on my consulting and start really investing more time into these creative projects, which I know are going to be very valuable for the people that resonate with my channel, resonate with me, my soul, my mission. So if you need something for me, you're going to have to reach out, but I'm going to be less visible as God moves me around on the chessboard of life. And during that time, I will be doing some pretty intense projects that will keep me pretty preoccupied. Oh, there's a turtle over here. So I always look for spirit signs and totems and stuff. So I'm going to post a picture of my turtle that I have. That's my little audience right now. And I would love it if anybody could tell me what type of turtle it is. So that way when I look up the spirit meaning, that I know what type of turtle I've got going on. So I'll post that picture when I upload this video. And hopefully somebody can help me identify what type of turtle it is. It's pretty big. I thought, wow, that's nice. I actually have a new animal showing up. Okay, let's get a message from Archangel Raphael, the healing oracle. It says, consult a nutritionist. Dear Archangel Raphael, I turn my eating over to you and ask you to guide me to foods and beverages that taste good, are fulfilling, and support my ideal health and weight. Ooh, that is definitely where I am putting some time and energy. I'm trying to do more exercising and getting my body right. Trying to heal the spine requires me to really be diligent in my workouts as well as improving my nutrition. So thank you, Archangel Raphael, for that message. And I really hope that you're finding peace and harmony and joy throughout your day, and that this video has brought you some wisdom and some upliftment as you continue on your healing journey. I look forward to talking with you in the next video, and I hope you have a blessed day.